mga palangga, thank you so much for watching this video. It's me again, JP, and welcome to the Langga YouTube channel. If this is your first time watching our video, here in our channel, we're giving contents for self-improvement, life tips and tricks, and helpful reviews. And for today's video, I'm going to talk about emergency funds, the importance of emergency funds, how to build our emergency funds, and when to use the emergency funds. I know you're interested with this topic, so let's get into our video. If you have been watching some of my previous video, I shared with my previous one, the most recent one, about handling personal finance. And in that video, I also talked about having emergency funds as one of the best practices in handling our personal finance. So if you haven't watched that video, mga palangga, I'll put the link on the description box and also at the end of this video, so you can watch it after this. And disclaimer lang po mga palangga, I'm not a financial advisor, so please take this video with a grain of salt. And now, let's dig deeper about emergency funds. Number one, what is emergency funds? According to Consumer Finance website, an emergency fund is a cash reserves that specifically set aside for unplanned expenses or financial emergencies. Some common examples include car repairs, home repairs, medical bills, or a loss of income. So, sa madaling salita mga palanggas, from the word itself, emergency funds is for the purpose of emergency. So in case na may mga emergency, so we can use that specific funds. I know this is the most common mistake for handling our personal finance, including me. Sobrang guilty ako sa part na to na nababaliwala ko lang yung importance ng emergency funds. Dahil siguro one of the most common reason nga is dahil lagi tayo may ina-expect na income, may ina-expect tayo na monthly salary, so that's why we neglect the importance of having the emergency funds. So sabi nga sa definition kanina, this is a reserve cash or funds for emergency purposes. So in case na magkaroon tayo ng problem in finances, in case na mawalan tayo ng trabaho or mawalan tayo ng earnings, have something na may pagkukunan. Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, sobrang hirap talaga mawalan ng income. Lalo na kung madami ka pa mga monthly bills na binabayaran, or mas lalo na kung ikaw yung provider sa family nyo, ikaw yung nagsusustain ng pagkain. So, sobrang hirap mawalan ng income or magkaroon ng delay sa income natin. And again, mga palangga, hindi natin masasabi ang panahon. Hindi natin masasabi kung ano nga pa yung mangyayari sa kinabukasan. So, sabi nga, prevention is better than cure. Much better na maging handa tayo compare sa dadating tayo sa situation na doon pa lang tayo maangarag ng paghahanap ng pagkukunan. And another one, mga palangga, is we're only human. So, hindi tayo superhero. Hindi all the time na malakas tayo. Hindi all the time na we're always healthy. So, we have to make sure na lagi tayong handa mga palangga. At dapat nga bawat empleyado meron talagang emergency funds. For me, required talaga ito mga palangga, lalo na sa karamihan sa atin na isa lang yung source of income, which is yung ating salary, nakadepende lang doon yung ating earnings or ating income. So in case na magkaroon ng delay or mag-stop yung ating income, tapos yun lang yung source ng income natin, sobrang hirap. Kaya we have to make sure na meron talaga tayong nakaimbak na funds for emergency. The second question is how to build emergency funds. Karamihan kasi sa mga taong nagbi-build ng kanila emergency funds is nagbe-base lang sa alanganin nila for the month. But for me mga palangga, I do recommend that you have to be based or kailangan natin magbase doon sa amount or net income na natatanggap natin every month. Let's say, for example lang to that you are earning 25,000 pesos per month, and then based from your needs or based from your expenses, you are spending 25,000 pesos din a month, including na yung mga extra expenses. So for me mga palangga, yun yung magiging basehan nyo kung yun yung average na amount na lagi nyo natatanggap most of the time. So, mas maganda na yun na yung maging basehan nyo for your monthly emergency funds. Now, once you're able to get the monthly emergency funds that you need, let's plan now on how we can achieve the emergency funds. So, una mo ng palangga, alamin muna natin kung ilang months yung gusto nating i-cover. So for me, if this is your first time for saving your emergency funds, let's start muna sa mababa, which is 3 months. And then it's up to you na kapag malaki na emergency funds mo, tsaka madami kang extra earnings, it's up to you kung gusto mong palakihin to cover 6 months or up to 1 year. So let's say 3 months mga palangga, and then you're earning 25K, and that's the base doon ka magbabasehan ng emergency funds mo for monthly, which is 25K. So 25,000 times 3 months equals 75,000. So in that case, we have to save 75,000 pesos to cover 3 months of emergency funds na in case na mawalan tayo ng income. And now, dahil alam na natin kung ano yung goal natin o yung amount na goal natin for emergency funds, now let's plan naman or take a look when natin siya ma-achieve. So let's say for example lang ulit to kunwari 75K ngayon kailangan mo for your emergency funds. So, ang gagawin mo lang, isipin mo na kung how much yung kaya mong ma-save every month. So, let's say, for example, you can save 5,000 pesos out of your monthly earnings every month. Yun lang example lang yun. So, divide nyo lang siya mga palangga, 75,000 divided by 5,000 pesos, which is per month na kaya nyo i-save, is equivalent into 15 months. Meaning to say, within or on or before 15 months, for the next 15 months, kailangan ma-achieve na natin yung 75,000 na goal natin for our emergency funds. So, di ba yung maging action plan natin mga palangga is we need to save 5,000 pesos every month until we achieve our financial goal for 75,000 of emergency funds. And take note mga palangga, ito dapat yung pinakaunang financial goal na kailangan nating ma-achieve, yung emergency funds, bagong lahat. At kung nahihirapan ka, kung ka pa mga financial goals na tinitake as of now, pero wala ka pang emergency funds, maybe let's focus muna with your emergency funds bago yung lahat. And maybe you can focus muna one at a time para madali mo siyang matapos. And then once you have already the emergency funds, then go on. You can go ahead and proceed now with your next financial goal. Alam ko may mga times din naman mga palangga na may natatanggap tayo mga extra bonuses or extra earnings like 13-month pay, mga bonuses natin sa work, and other extra earnings. So in that way mga palangga, aside from your monthly income na natatanggap, you have the opportunity to boost your monthly savings or your financial goal para mas madali mo siya matapos. So instead of waiting for 15 months, diba? So if you're getting some extra earnings, it will lessen the remaining months hanggang sa matapos or madali mo matapos yung goal mo. So balik tayo sa example natin kanina, which is you really need 75,000 pesos for your 3 months emergency funds. And then let's say for example, you receive 15,000 pesos incentives from your work out of your monthly income or out of your monthly salary. So in that way mga palangga, I do recommend na much better idiretso mo na siya sa iyong emergency funds para instead of hitting 75K kapag naglagay ka agad ng 15K, so ang matitira na lang is 60K na lang yung difference, which is if you will divide it into 5,000 per month, so it will be only 12 months na lang instead of waiting for 15 months. At madali mo agad makukomplete yung financial goal mo with the help of those extra earnings. And the third question is, where to save our emergency funds? Before mga palangga, usong-uso talaga yung piggy bank. And I know some of us, they're still using piggy bank or alkansya kasi mas preferred natin, or yung iba sa atin mas preferred yung ganong klase ng pag-iipon. Pero for me mga palangga, hindi siya nag-work sa akin kasi kapag nakikita ko yung pera ko, yung alkansya ko, and then dumating sa time na kailangan ko ng cash or may something na kailangan akong bilhin, natatempt akong galawin yung aking ipon, yung alkansya, kasi nga nakikita ko siya. So, para sa akin, hindi siya nag-workout. And for me, mga palangga, kung katulad ko kayo, ganun din yung experience nyo, much better if you have to use a different or other option na lang when it comes for saving your emergency funds. Sabi nga, out of sight, out of mind. Sa panahon ngayon, mga palangga, sobrang dami ng options when it comes for saving or magagamit nating options for saving. Lalo na yung mga digital savings account or digital bank, sobrang dami ng options na pwede nating gamitin or pwede nating pagpilian. And even though 18 years old below ka pa, mga palangga, you can actually start saving na. Naalala ko before, when I was 15 years old, and then I received an amount or I received a financial assistance from my scholarship, mga palangga, hindi ko talaga ina-expect. Surprised na din ako that time. So what I did, mga palangga, I opened a bank account with BPI, yung BPI Junior, yung pang less than 18. So I opened that bank account or savings account, mga palangga, and every time na magde-deposit ako, talagang pumipila pa talaga ako and I spend almost an hour para lang makapag-deposit. But now mga palangga, sobrang convenient na ngayon when it comes for saving, creating your savings, and having a transactions with your savings account. Dami na talaga ngayon options mga palangga para gamitin natin for our savings account or for our financial goals para lang ma-achieve natin yung ating emergency funds. Most of the time, every time that we're getting a new job, our employer will provide us a new bank account na kung saan magiging payroll account natin plus merong debit card. So, they will provide us a new bank information or savings account na pagkukuhanan natin ng ating salary. For me mga palangga, I still do recommend pa din that you have to separate your savings account from your payroll account. Sabi nga, out of sight, out of mind. Kasi kapag nakikita nyo yung mga palangga sa payroll account, the tendency is magagamit nyo yung pera. Pero kapag hiwalay siya mga palangga, so, mas maganda siya kasi hindi mo siya masyadong magagalaw. So, make sure that it's separated from your payroll account. Maybe you can ask your bank to ask for another or to request for a new savings account para gamitin nyo for savings. Or you can take advantage with digital banks na ngayon. Sobrang dami ng digital banks ngayon na pwede mo ma-take advantage in creating your savings account that can offer as well a high interest. In my case mga palangga, I'm actually using BPI when it comes for my payroll since nung first job ko, BPI talaga. Up until now, so I'm still using BPI for my payroll account. And then, what I did mga palangga, dahil gusto ko separated yung savings account ko, I actually opened Maya Savings, yung digital savings ni PayMaya. So, I actually opened Maya Savings when it comes for storing, saving my financial goals, and storing some reserve cash yung mga pambayad ko for credit card bills. So, doon ko siya nilalagay sa Maya Savings. By the way, this is not a sponsored video pero if you were interested getting your Maya Savings, I actually uploaded my previous video on how to create your Maya Savings. So, be sure to watch that video because they are offering high interest, no minimum balance. So that's the good thing with Maya Savings. I'll put the link on the description box below and also at the end of this video with our end screen so that you can also watch that video after this. Again, it's up to you mga palangga kung anong platform yung gagamitin nyo when it comes for hitting your financial goals or your emergency funds. So depende sa inyo kasi madami na nga yung mga digital banking or savings account that you can take advantage with. Meron ng GSave, aside from Maya, and also other online platforms. Be sure na mga palangga na safe siya and secured. Para naman, hindi masayang lahat ng ating pinaghihirapan. And another one is make sure separated talaga siya with our payroll account para hindi tayo natatempt na gastusin siya. And another one mga palangga, I still do recommend that you have to track your transactions for your savings. Yung mga amount na kinakash in natin or naka-cash out. So we have to make sure that we always track it mga palangga. Even though the financial institution will give you the option to generate your monthly statement or your transaction history, it is still much better pa rin that you have your own tracker kasi in that way, ma-verify mo kung tama nga ba yung amount, yung remaining balances mo with your own tracker at para alam mo talaga kung paano nagpo-flow yung balances nyo with your savings account. So make sure that you have your tracker. You can use notebook or you can use your phone. Madami na yung mga digital software that you can use like spreadsheet, Google Sheets, Excel, even with your phone notes, you can actually take advantage those system para lang matrack mo yung savings or your transactions with your savings account. And the fourth question is, when to use our savings account? Para sa akin mga palangga, sobrang fulfilling talaga sa feel na ma-achieve natin itong emergency funds for our financial goals. In my case mga palangga, I achieved my 3 months emergency goal recently. So, sobrang fulfilling niya sa feeling kasi secured yung finances mo in case na mawalan ka ng work or in case na mawalan ka ng income. So, it gives you financial security talaga. And now, going back to the question, when to use our emergency funds. So, I just want to reiterate mga palangga na ang purpose ng emergency funds is for emergency. So that means hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin for any other purposes other than emergency. So for example, kung may gusto kang bilhin na something, so wag niyong gagalawin yung emergency funds niyo. If may goal kayo, if you want to buy something like you want to buy a new phone, you want to buy a new shoes or kahit anumang gusto niyo, so make sure na pag-ipunan niyo and separate dapat siya with your emergency funds. At wag na wag niyo yung gagalawin yung emergency funds nyo to cover other financial goals. So you have to create a different goals for that and separate nyo lagi si emergency funds. Again, mga palangga, 3 months is a minimum one. So it's up to you mga palangga if how many months ang gusto nyo for your emergency funds. Kung gusto nyo mag-cover ng 6 months or 12 months or 1 year. So it's up to you kung ilang months yung gusto nyo i-cover for your emergency funds. Depende na kung saan kayo comfortable with your monthly earnings na natatanggap nyo. And again, mga palangga, much better than that, you have to focus one at a time para mas madali nyong ma-achieve yung mga goal nyo ng mabilisan. I know most of the time, madali tayong ma-tempt, especially nowadays, napaka-big deal talaga si money. Pero if you really wanted to have a freedom or financial freedom, emergency funds is a must. And I'm so happy mga palangga that I shared this video kasi this information was never been discussed talaga completely when we were studying the importance of emergency funds. So I'm so happy that I was able to share this with you mga palangga, and I'm so happy then that I was able to encounter the importance of having emergency funds. Kaya there are times na nahihirapan tayo with our adulting process kasi lately na natin nalalaman yung mga ganitong klaseng importance or mga ganitong klaseng realization. And I do hope mga palangga that this video help you to understand the importance and how to build emergency funds. At kung mabot kayo sa part nito mga palangga, please support me by giving the like button for this video. At kung may mga gusto kayong i-share, just comment below. And you may also watch our previous videos right here. And if you want more videos like this mga palangga, please consider subscribing to this channel and hit the bell notification button na din para updated kayo every time that you release a new video. Thank you so much mga palangga for supporting me and for stopping by. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, have a great day, have a great life, and I will see you all on our next video.